Let me tell you a quick story. A farmer I once mentored in Kiambu, let's call him Mwangi, started his backyard poultry project with 20 hens. He bought them from the local market. Any chicken will lay eggs, he thought. Fast forward 6 months, he had 3 eggs a day, 6 dead birds, and an empty wallet. What went wrong? One word: breed. Mwangi learned the hard way what most backyard farmers never get told. Not all chickens are created equal. The breed you choose determines whether your birds become producers or passengers. And this doesn't just apply to rural Kenya. Whether you're in Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria, or even a peri-urban setup near Nairobi, selecting the right poultry breed is like choosing the right tool for the job. The wrong one, you're wasting time and money. The right one, you're eating eggs every day and selling surplus at the market. Today, I'm giving you the ultimate ranking of poultry breeds, the best and the worst, for backyard farmers like you. I'll rank them by egg production, growth rate, and disease resistance. But more than that, I'll give you real, science-backed insights on why these birds perform the way they do. Let's dive in. If you're with me, hit that like button. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. And if this video ends up bringing you value, consider subscribing to stay connected. Why breed matters more than you think. Every chicken is born with genetic instructions. Some are born to grow meat quickly. Others are born to lay hundreds of eggs. Some have immune systems like soldiers. Others collapse at the first sign of stress. Think of it this way. Would you plant mangoes in a desert? Would you use a race car to plow your farm? Exactly, but many poultry farmers do the equivalent every day. They pick egg breeds for meat projects or soft hybrid birds for rough, scavenging environments. What happens next? Slow growth, low laying, high mortality. You don't need to make that mistake. So here's your guide to choosing the right bird for your farm. Rhode Island Red, the backyard superhero. Let's start with a breed that ticks all the boxes. If chickens had an all-star team, Rhode Island Red would be the captain. It lays between 250 to 300 brown eggs per year. Its roosters hit between 3.5 to 4 kilograms, while hens around 2.5 to 3 kilograms. It is one of the most hardy dual-purpose breeds globally, and with a production lifespan of between 3 to 4 years at consistent output. These birds are perfect for farmers who want both eggs and meat. They're docile, easy to manage, and not fussy eaters. Even under semi-scavenging systems, where they get feed in the morning and roam free the rest of the day, they still perform. In wet seasons, when other breeds start coughing and dying, Rhode Islands hold steady. They tolerate Newcastle vaccinations well and rarely develop coccidiosis if litter is well managed. One farmer in Embu told me he hadn't lost a single bird in over 8 months, even after 3 nearby farms got hit by chronic respiratory disease. Australorp, the egg-laying machine with class. Australorps don't shout, they deliver. These birds are silent champions, often underestimated. Known for their impressive laying ability, producing 250 to 300 eggs annually, with some hens even reaching over 320 when provided with quality feed. These chickens are a practical choice for any farm. The hens typically weigh around 3 kilograms, while the cocks reach approximately 4 kilograms. Their gentle temperament makes them particularly well suited for small farms with children. Furthermore, they exhibit strong resistance to common poultry diseases such as Merrick's, respiratory infections, and E. coli, contributing to their overall hardiness. Australorps adapt to different climates and handle stress better than most hybrids. They can forage and produce. That balance is gold for backyard systems where complete feeds may not be consistent. They don't go broody often, which means you get more eggs, less sitting. In my personal trials, I've seen Australorps outperform both commercial layers and local birds with less feed. Their feed conversion for egg output is remarkable. Kuroiler, Africa's semi-commercial warrior. Originally developed in India for rural scavenging systems, Kuroilers are now a common sight across East Africa, and for good reason. Producing a respectable 160 to 200 eggs per year under backyard management, these chickens offer a good return even in low-input systems. The males typically reach a weight of 3.5 to 4 kilograms, while females grow to 2.5 to 3 kilograms within 4 to 5 months. Their survivability is excellent, making them well adapted to less intensive farming. Notably, they are among the best foragers, readily consuming insects, scraps, and green leaves. Kuroilers bridge the gap between local and exotic. They're not pure layers, but they grow fast, scavenge aggressively, and hold their own against diseases. If you're running a free-range, low-cost setup, Kuroilers can survive and thrive with minimal intervention. I've seen them handle Newcastle outbreaks better than commercial layers when properly vaccinated. They're the kind of bird that can eat ugali leftovers and still give you meat in 5 months. Giraja, India's gift to African farms. Developed by the Karnataka Veterinary University, Giraja is another dual-purpose breed for rural systems. Laying between 180 to 200 eggs annually, these chickens mature to around 4 kilograms for males and 3 kilograms for females by 6 months. They exhibit very efficient feed utilization, especially under semi-scavenging conditions. With early vaccinations, they demonstrate good resistance to common poultry diseases. Giraja's strength is stability. Stable growth, stable laying, stable survival. It won't win prizes for extreme productivity, but it won't disappoint either. In regions like Western Kenya, where disease pressure is high and feed costs are rising, Giraja shines. Use herbal additives like neem, aloe vera, garlic, and you'll boost resistance even more. These birds work with you, not against you. Golden Comet, the fastest layer on the block. Hybrid layers, like the Golden Comet, are egg machines, producing an impressive 300 to 330 eggs per year, placing them at the top for laying capacity. These chickens have a smaller body size, with hens weighing around 2 kilograms. Their production cycle peaks within the first 12 to 18 months, after which egg production declines sharply. Maintaining their health requires controlled feeding, adequate space, and proper ventilation. A word of caution: Golden Comets are not rugged. They're bred for high-output environments. If you don't control feed, stress, and lighting, they can burn out fast. Ideal if you're selling table eggs quickly, not for long-term or meat use. Best raised in small numbers, where you can pamper them. One farmer in Limuru reported getting 318 eggs per hen in year 1, but only 120 in year 2. Know your purpose before investing. Now let's look at the worst choices for backyard systems, breeds that cause more losses than gains. Before I tell you which are those breeds to avoid in backyard keeping.
More often, your flock might be getting sick, your hens might be producing less eggs, and your birds might not be growing faster as you'll desire. Worry not, we have created an ebook with more than 49 natural organic herbs that will ensure a faster growth for your birds, ensure that your hens lay more eggs, and ensure that your birds have an enhanced health through treating diseases and pest eradication. These herbs ranges from simple and available products such as garlic and ginger to moringa, mango leaves, and pawpaw. This ebook explains each natural product or herb using a very simple layout. Background information, biochemical composition, benefits for the poultry birds, preparation, and finally inclusion levels or dosages. So you'll be able to apply the information even if you're a beginner farmer. On top of that, you will get free consultations to help you achieve your desired goals. Get the ebook using the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code on the screen right now. Are you ready to make more money farming poultry organically?
Leghorn, the wrong chicken for your compound. While capable of producing up to 300 eggs, this high yield is typically only achieved within commercial systems. These chickens are notably light, weighing around 1.5 kilograms. Their behavior is characterized as skittish, making them difficult to catch. Furthermore, their health is fragile and requires precise environmental conditions to thrive. The challenges with this breed arise from their breeding history, as they were developed for battery cage systems rather than more natural environments with elements like mud and maize bran. They have specific needs, including precise feed timing, controlled light hours, and dietary supplements. Even with these provisions, they tend to be nervous and difficult to manage. Consequently, losses due to stress, heat, and predators often outweigh the benefits of their high egg production in less controlled settings. Silky, cute but costly. Producing a modest 100 to 120 tiny eggs per year, silkies are characterized by very slow growth, reaching a maximum weight of around 1.5 kilograms. Their primary uses are for brooding and as ornamental birds. A significant weakness is that their feathers tend to soak up water, making them susceptible to diseases during rainy seasons. Unless the goal is breeding, silkies are generally not a worthwhile choice for meat or egg production. They exhibit frequent broodiness, lay eggs infrequently, and are not efficient foragers. They can be useful as natural incubators. However, for other purposes, they are best avoided. Cochin, the lazy giant. Producing 180 to 220 eggs per year, these chickens do grow to a large size, although it takes a relatively long 7 to 9 months to reach full weight. They have a high feed intake and are prone to certain health issues, including bumblefoot, leg injuries, and feather lice. These birds are generally not practical for African backyard flocks. Bred for exhibition rather than survival, their feathered legs tend to attract mud and parasites, a particular problem in rainy climates. While they are docile, their slow growth rate and high feed consumption make them less efficient. Unless the goal is a specialized niche market or exhibition, they are best excluded from a backyard flock. Quick win tip you can apply today. Test your breeds before you scale. Start with 5 birds, each of 2 breeds, e.g. Rhode Island Red versus Kuroiler. Track how many eggs in 3 months, how much feed they eat, how fast they grow, how many survive. Use this mini experiment to make database decisions. Let the birds compete and let performance decide. If you're farming poultry in your compound, breed selection is your first profit decision. Want consistent eggs with low stress? Go Rhode Island Red or Australorp. Want fast meat and modest eggs? Try Kuroiler or Giraja. Want eggs only, fast returns? Golden Comet. Want regrets and dead birds? Try Leghorns, Silkies or Cochins. Backyard poultry doesn't mean small thinking. Think smart. Raise breeds that match your goals, your budget, and your environment. Don't be Mwangi. Be the farmer who chose the right birds and watched his flock flourish. If this video helped, share it with a fellow farmer and hit subscribe for more poultry truth bombs, straight from science, tested on the farm. Don't forget to download your copy of the Poultry Farming Organic ebook using the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code on your screen right now. See you there.